Good morning, everyone. My name is Raj Handal, and I own a company called Venice Hybrid Tech. In the past, I've made a lot of videos on how to repair and recondition the hybrid batteries for the hybrid community. And lately, I've been making some videos on the common human health issues because of my experience and research that I've done over these topics. I am making this video to share my knowledge with everybody who's listening. But before I proceed, I just want to say as a warning that I'm not a doctor and I don't profess to be a doctor. Whatever I say, whatever I show you in this video is for your information, and then I request you people to consult your physicians and doctors and medical authorities and do whatever you think is the right for you. I'm only going to narrate what I have practically seen with my own eyes, and I've done it on myself. You can call me as a human guinea pig, but that's fine. I like to experiment with alternative medicine and preventive medicine. And I firmly believe in prevention more than cure because if we can prevent something, we don't need to deal with it. And with that in view, I made a video on red light therapy, which I will put a link up in the corner, and you can watch that video. And that's another video with the same philosophy of preventing a problem and also dealing with some issues which are very economic and cheap way of dealing with the problems instead of going to the doctors and serious medical intervention. As I feel that some of the devices and techniques are available which are really very effective as well as very cheap, and I do not trust the our system of medicine and the whole pharmaceutical industry because what they try to do is they try to cure the symptoms and they don't try to cure the disease. And as a result, what happens is the symptoms disappear with the medicine and they come back again. And so, in the bargain, you have to keep buying or keep doing the medical uh, procedures again and again. And they are happy with it because they are making money. Every time you go to a doctor, every time you have a medical procedure done, there's a lot of money at stake. And that is also the reason why some of the very cheap and effective remedies and techniques are not promoted, or even the media is not telling the people about them because they don't make any money. They, they are so cheap, and none of the big pharmaceutical companies will like to use these because they can't make those millions and billions which they've been making. And as a human being, I think it is our duty, not only duty, I think it is the main motivation for being a human, is to help each other and take care of the human race at large. And I firmly believe in this theory, and I know I'm just a small fry in the big ocean or a drop of water in a big ocean, but still, I think that whatever we can do, we must do, even if it is a small bit, because that's how ultimately the things improve. And with that in view, today I'm going to touch upon one of the most prevalent disease or problem in our society today, and that is Alzheimer's disease. this disease is so big that it is today in America and all over the world the number one disease. And in America itself, our system, our medical profession spends about $2 trillion to take care of the people who suffer from this problem, and the number of deaths actually is more than uh, cancer and other diseases. It's the number one killer today. And people don't realize that Alzheimer's is not only a problem with the brain, it also causes a death, untimely death. People can die from Alzheimer's and dementia much sooner, even if their bodies are still functioning well. Because, as you know, everything is controlled with our brain, and if the brain is not functioning properly, then every system in our body is affected. And therefore, I think this is the number one priority in the world today, and there's a lot of research being done on the topic. So, I know there is some of the big pharmaceutical companies are involved in researching and finding the ways, but they are all dealing with how to cope up with the people who have Alzheimer's. Whereas my focus and also the focus of the team at MIT, we did a lot of research and a groundbreaking research on this topic, is how to prevent and also how, if you are in the initial stages, how to reverse the Alzheimer's disease. And even people with the advanced stages, they have been able to stabilize them, and they have been able to live a better life, a better quality of life. So I will be touching upon this research from the MIT, and then I will be introducing some of the things that I have used on myself and my wife, and also some of the friends have been kind enough to try them out. And so that's the purpose of this video today. And with that, let me give a little introduction or the brief about the research which has been done by the MIT. Now they did this research on the mice, but everything is applicable to humans also. So what they found in their laboratory was that with our aging and as we grow old, the brain cells in our brain, or the neurons as we call it, they are depleting every day, but at the same time we are reproducing them a lot. But at certain stage, the reproduction or the new neurons which are being created is less than what is being destroyed. And that causes a decline in our cognition and in our memory. But the main factor that really affects our memory is a toxin called beta amyloid or amyloid beta that accumulates around these neurons and causes their decay. And this beta amyloid, once it is in large quantities, it becomes like a plaque, whatever you want to call it, and that further causes the loss of memory and dementia and Alzheimer's. So they wanted to see how we can get rid of these beta amyloid. And the other thing that they discovered was that in our brain we have a small particle called microglia. And it's like a small kind of a cell. The purpose or the function of this microglia is to clear out or get rid of all the unwanted or the things which have died inside our brain and keep everything neat and clean. But with the with the beta amyloid having accumulated and the plaque having accumulated, the researchers found that the microglia also became weaker and sluggish and was not performing the job, and as a result, the decline was getting worse and worse. So they did experiment on the mice, and what they did was they shone a light flickering at 40 hertz. Well, before I touch on the light, I forgot one thing. That is, what they realized also was that we have, as you know, different rhythms in our brain. That is, our cells are vibrating at different frequencies, and one of those is called the gamma frequency or gamma rhythm, and that rhythm is effective most in the cases of people who have dementia or Alzheimer's. So they wanted to improve that rhythm and get rid of the beta amyloid and make the microglia stronger and functional. So what they did was they shone the light on the mice at flickering at 40 hertz, and they discovered that these mice, they got rid of the beta amyloid to the extent of 50% in one experiment, and that's a huge number if you can imagine. So then they also realized that if you keep doing this over a period of time, this technique or this procedure of the flickering light, or as I will call it as a gamma ray light, you not only get rid of beta amyloid, but over a period of time, you get rid of the plaque, and the microglia gets stronger and start doing its job, and the human brain functions properly, and also able to reproduce neurons, and the neurons which are already existing function better. So you have your memory can come back, and you can also start regenerating more neurons. And basically, what they realized was that in the human brain, as you know, there's an area called hippocampus, and that is where our memory is stored. And they found out that with the light, they were able to perform, or the hippocampus was able to function better. As a result, all those problems which were causing the Alzheimer's or the dementia, they get rid of. I mean, you can't really completely get rid of, but at least you can get functional. And moreover, in my view, what I did was I used the light. I don't have any memory issues or dementia or anything like that. I'm 75 years of age, and I have a really good memory. But I said, why not start using the light before I get to that stage? Because everybody at a certain age is going to go there. And that's what is happening in our society. So why not start using it in advance? So then when I saw the video, this is about 6 months back, and I went on the internet and I was looking for a light which flickers at 40 hertz. And to my surprise, I found a source. There's a company called Gamma Light Therapy, and they have these bulbs which emit light at 40 hertz and they flicker. So I bought those bulbs. I bought about 4 or 5 of them because they gave me a good deal, about I think $50 each. And I gave it to some of my close relatives. And I also gave it to my aunt, who is suffering from a form of dementia and Alzheimer's. And I'm very close to her. She's like my second mother. and I want to do something for her, and actually that is how this research started. And I put a light next to her and I told the caregiver to keep that light on around her all the time. The good thing about this light is you really don't have to look at it. You just, if it is in your vicinity, your eyes are going to catch it, and it's going to go into your visual cortex, and it's going to cause the right effect that you need to get rid of the beta amyloid and the plaque. So, in the last 5-6 months that I've been using, I'm making this video today on the 1st of January 2022. And by the way, I wish everybody Happy New Year, whosoever is watching. And I've noticed a lot of change in my own memory, and so has my wife noticed the change. To give you an example, when you get a code, like Google send you a code to a certain, whether you are the person who made this transaction or you send this message, they send you a code of 6-7 digits. And earlier I used to be looking at 1 or 2 digits and typing them in. Now I look at all 6-7 of them and I type them immediately without any problem. And even remembering the telephone numbers, most of the telephone numbers I remember in my memory, and I don't have problem recalling them. Names, like sometimes you go into a room and you say, "Oh, what did I come here for?" And that used to happen quite often, but now it doesn't happen. I mean, maybe once in a while, but not very often. That's a big change. But I think the biggest benefit that I see from this light is that I am taking action as a preventive action, that I don't have this problem in future. And I think we owe it to ourselves that we start taking action on these things before they happen and not after. It's the same thing with my grid chargers which I sell on my website. I tell people, buy the grid charger before your car has a problem, not after you have a problem. So this is a bit of a philosophy, but I think it's very helpful and used philosophy. And I urge everybody to look into this and start using this. And I'm going to show you the light. I'm going to show you the bulb, which is also available on Amazon.com. Of course, it's more expensive there as normal. But you can get it from the company itself, gamerlighttherapy.com, and I think they are still charging about $50. And then, let me show you the bulb first. So this is the bulb. It's called Clarity, made by this company, and you can get. Please, when you buy it on Amazon, make sure you buy this Clarity only, and not anything else, because they are not going to be as effective. And by the way, I have no interest either in this company or in Amazon or with anybody else. I have no financial interest in this video. I really, really mean good to my brothers and sisters and the human community at large, and nothing else. And so some of you will be wondering that how come the light is so effective? Well, it's a good question, and I will try, with my little knowledge, I will try to answer that. There are two things involved here. First thing is, as you know, light is an energy. So that energy, wherever it is, can affect other things like human cells, and can do certain things which can be proved in the laboratory. So it's an energy, and it can cause reactions and actions and things like that. And the second thing is, as you know, humans are basically we are creatures of this environment, And one of the few elements that those are very very prominent in our being is water and light and air, and of course the whatever compound or chemicals are used to make the body of the human cell. But basically, we are a collection of human cells, and for the cells, light, water, and air are absolutely essential. We cannot survive without them. So we are basically made out of light. And so light is very important, and that is why in my videos I am talking about the uses of different light sources like the red light therapy and infrared, and now this gamma light that I'm talking about in this video. So light is a source of energy, very, very essential for human beings. And moreover, the problem which most of the pharmaceutical companies are facing, they can probably find a compound or a chemical to dissolve the beta amyloid. But you know that our brain has a what they call a blood-brain barrier that does not permit any chemical or any medicine to go into our brain. Our brain is the most protected part of our body because the human cells or the neurons are so important. So even if they make a medicine, the intervention of that medicine is not going to be effective inside the brain. So the researchers at the MIT were looking for some kind of an external source to get over this problem. And they found the light was very, very effective. So that is why I'm talking about this gamma light, and that is why I say it is effective. It goes through your eyes into the visual cortex, and then it causes the whatever reaction is there and gets rid of the beta amyloid. And this has been scientifically proved by the MIT researchers. I'm going to put a link of the research that they have done in my description, and I urge everybody to have a look at that video and see it for yourself how effective it is and whether it is something which you want to use it or not. And also it improves your memory overall. Now another thing which is totally unrelated to the Alzheimer's and other memory loss problems like dementia, I noticed that this light is also very good for inducing sleep. When I initially started using this light, you will not believe, I went to bed. I did not get up till the morning 5:30, whatever time I get up. I didn't even get up to go to the bathroom at night. I generally get up once a night, maybe sometime twice, but at least once. And the effect is long lasting. It's not only one day, because I'm using the light almost every day, and the effect is really good. I sleep very well. I have no sleep issues. So again, the people who have sleep issues may like to try this light and benefit from it. So now I'm going to show you the light as it is functioning and how I use it. So I have the bulb, and I just screwed it in this base which I got from Home Depot. I think it cost me less than $5. And then I put the bulb here and screwed it in. It's E27, so any lamp or any table lamp or a side lamp will work. And then as you turn it on, you can see that it is flickering at 40 hertz. So, like I said, you don't really need to look at the light. What you do is just keep it around you somewhere. Like when I'm sitting on the couch, even sometime doing work on the computer or on the TV, I just keep the light around me and it does its job. So it is the easiest, simplest thing to do, very, very, very effective, and I urge everybody to please get a bulb. Actually, um, as a human being, if I had the resources, I would have given this light to everybody. But I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of money. But maybe someday, if I have somebody like Warren Buffett or Bill Gates or maybe Elon Musk who wants to do this good thing for the humanity and they want to donate some money, I will urge them to look into this and have this bulb. It should be given to every household. Every household should have a couple of bulbs. Actually, some of you watching this videos who are entrepreneurs, I will request you to look into this and see if you would like to produce this and produce it cheap enough that everybody can afford it. At the moment, I think it's a little bit expensive, $50. But still, I think for the sake of our health, $50 is really nothing. And I urge everybody to please spread the word around because that's the way others will get to know. One way would be to share my video and tell everybody about it, like it. Please subscribe to my channel because I will be making more videos on the topics similar to this one, where I want to kind of introduce and tell people about how to take care of their health without spending too much money, but at the same time, these are preventive things and they are very helpful and it makes us live a better and a richer life. If you're sick, you're not really living a good life. You're just living. But if you want to really live well, you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of others. And you need to have a motivation to help others. Without that, we are not humans. Humans have to have care and love for other humans. Thanks for watching and please subscribe to this channel and I wish you all a happy and prosperous 2022. If you have any questions, I will love to answer them. Please post them below and I will try my best and I will post the references below and also put a link to my video on red light therapy, which is another revolutionary thing for the human beings. Thanks.